Peace, Diehards. We got the halftime report here. Diehardknicks podcast at the half. Knicks are up, surprisingly, 45 to 44. A lot of things to talk about in this game. A couple things that we expected, a couple things we didn't expect. But we got Andy here, man. Hey, what's up, Andy?
What up, Hero? Happy to be on with you.
Happy to be on with me in a more secure area. The last time you was on, all hell was breaking loose on my end. Yeah, man. So, what did you think of this game, man? You did you expect all this to happen, kind of in the beginning? I kind of figured that we would get manhandled a little bit.
Mm, you know what? When I saw that they got Fournier back, Gordon back, I was thinking this might be not such an easy, game that I expected. But then again, they are missing plenty of shots. I'm not gonna lie that if this, turns around in the second half, we're gonna be in trouble. And we're talking about a team that's on a 8-game losing streak. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So we should handle them easily, and it's looking like it's gonna be a really tough game for us. And despite us having Michael Jordan on our squad and Alec Burks, we're gonna see if he's gonna be consistent in the second half, or he's gonna go ice cold and back to the regular Alex Burks that we are expecting.
Yeah, he's erratic, man. But we definitely need that scoring. In the beginning of the year, he gave us like 20 points a game for his first three games or so. And so we definitely need his scoring because we've been thirsty for it. All the trade rumors and stuff like that. The trade deadline is coming up, and we need a guy like Alec Burke, to give us 14, 15 points consistently a night. Having him in the starting lineup again is a little different. Reggie Bullock responded too because he's a pro. He came out flame throwing. He actually brought us back into the game. Those 3 straight 3-pointers.
And not gonna lie, this might have been his first game off the bench, if I'm correct. So and I wonder why Thibs made this kind of a move. Because having Frank in the starting lineup, I understood because we didn't have a point guard. Meanwhile, Frank, is not playing, like with his offensive potential, which is not that high. But on defense, he's playing good. But I never understood, why Burks was in the starting lineup. I was thinking, if he will spread the minutes at the point guard position is going to be between Frank and Burks. Meanwhile, he put them both in the starting lineup, so I was scratching my head a little bit. But then again, Burks panned out, so can't bash Tibbs for this.
Yeah. He didn't bring a point guard off the bench either. He just went with Reggie Bullock, Josh Gibson, Kevin Knox, and Obi.
He rotated Frank and Burks basically, and if not, it was RJ and Julius to handle the ball. So maybe this is how it's gonna look. But we also saw Derrick Rose at the shoot around, so I'm guessing it's like maybe a game or two away. So I think we're gonna have to withstand the next 2 games without those guys, and maybe even they're gonna make it. So it's gonna be a relief.
Yeah. As I look at the box score here, Julius Randle, he has 10 assists. So, truthfully, we've been looking, we've been saying we need a point guard, this and the other, but Julius Randle has been leading us in assists all year. You know what I'm saying? So he is essentially our point guard. So, when things, everything, when we get a rebound, we give the ball to Randle. Having a guy like Rose and stuff like that has been a luxury, for us. But when it comes down to it, when we really need ourselves to go, Julius Randle is the one is the engine for us.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm also surprised because Thibs probably knew after the Philly game that the roster is gonna look like this for this game. And I'm surprised that he didn't call up Austin Rivers back from home. So so he just fills the uniform. And if he had Austin Rivers, we might have seen him on the court, because I don't see Iggy getting burned or even Jared Harper getting on the court before Rivers. But if I don't know if it's beef or whatever. We know that Austin Rivers has a newborn child, but it was like 2-3 weeks ago, maybe. So
Yeah, maybe he got FMLA.
maybe.
In the States, man, we got like federal, medical leave act or something like that. Maybe
Yeah,
he put his papers in or something like that. He's breastfeeding.
yeah,
Yeah, man. But I mean,
exactly.
we definitely could use whatever. But I mean, I'm thinking also too, like, because it's just a surprise. So I'm wondering, are we showcasing Alec Burks, for a trade? You think that's possible, or you think?
Might also be like this. And it's I rather get a little bit less from a player but more consistently. And
Mhm.
Burks, you never know if you're going to have 25 from him or you're going to have like 6-7, right? So
Yeah,
it's really hard to game plan with a roster like this. You never know. You basically 2-3 guys you can know that they're going to bring you points in RJ, Randall, probably quickly. But if quickly is out, then you got like only 50 points from RJ and Randall has like 4 at the half. So even he has worse nights. And you can't count on Frank and Nerlens Noel for points. They got one splitting the between both of them. So and they're
yeah,
starters, bro, and not the first time in this year they're starting. So
yeah. It's a shame. Also, too, off the bench, you want to talk about Kevin Knox and Obi. They're giving us zip too, man. They like almost zill on nil across the
yeah,
board.
they're
At least Kevin
bro.
Knox got a rebound.
My rest in peace to my coach. He was saying that like guys like Obi and like Knox, they're just providing win for the rest of the players. They're just running around moving air. So they got the rest of the players got a breeze. So
Yeah, they know better than an air conditioner, I guess, right out
yeah,
there for
exactly.
everybody.
So
Yeah, man. I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna build this team here because I mean, when we play against teams like Orlando, they have size. They have Vucevic there. They got Aaron Gordon. Amino got a little bit of size to him.
yeah, even
They
Bamba.
can come off. Yeah. Oh, Smo Bama was having a game against us a little bit, man. He had that block shot. A couple
Yeah,
not
he
deflections,
missed a
but
bunny. He missed a bunny, but
yeah. But I mean, size like that always messes up the Knicks. Julius Randle doesn't play well with size, and Nerlens Noel, if there's any size out there, he's just like nullified. That's why he only played 9 minutes this game because he's just a non-factor. Taj Gibson played 14 minutes, 3 points,
yeah.
2 rebounds. So there's definitely a
Yeah,
hole there. Of course.
Taj is way stronger than Netherlands. Netherlands like a little bit probably faster, but he looks like a toothpick. So it's easier to move Netherlands than Taj. So that's why like you said, versus teams that got height and strength about under the basket, you gotta go with Taj. And Mitch is also gonna have problems with those kind of guys versus those kind of teams, but he's still gonna have a better game than Netherlands Noel probably.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially a game like this, at least he can match height wise, where he doesn't
Yeah,
totally look like a suspect out there. So to me that's a hole for us right there. So like if we were to get a center in the free agent market or maybe via trade, that's something that we absolutely need because Julius Randle definitely needs somebody to help him out there, size wise. Mitch is good, but we actually need somebody else. And then I'm looking at Obi. If Obi's gonna be playing like this, man, then we need to slide Nerlens into his spot, as like a defender or coming off the
yeah.
bench or something.
Yeah, we were talking on NBK before on the pregame show that we were thinking that if Mitch is going to get back, if the bench is going to be consistent of Netherlands at a center and Taj is going to be playing the 4 like he played for Tibbs on the Chicago teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be basically Obi, losing his minutes. But then again, I still think Obi could use like 2-3 games being benched just maybe for motivation. Maybe that will help him out. I don't know, how to motivate this guy. He's in the NBA, so it shouldn't be a factor even. But looking at Obi at these last couple of games, bro, he's even worse than Frank. Because Frank at least brings you some defense, and Obi has no clue on the defensive end of the court. So
Yeah, it's definitely a liability. If everything was normal, right now would be a good time for Obi to go to the G League just to get his confidence up because I feel like the guy's confidence is shot. But I also said to him, man, the guy runs like he got Bambi legs, man. He's like weak on in the legs when he runs. He kind of runs hunched over,
Yeah,
like
hunched,
my
right?
5-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he runs like my
I had to
5-year-old.
remind myself about that. That the cartoon, the Hunchback. I don't know if you saw it. From,
Yeah,
yeah, he was like ducking in, like he was picking up mushrooms in the forest, bro. So
but he runs like this YouTuber guy, man. They do the skit where they do like this. So I don't know if
yeah,
anybody's seen it. I can't think of the guy's name. Marlon something I think his name is.
yeah,
Where
yeah,
they
yeah,
do
yeah.
like
I
that little
saw it.
skit when they do like that. That's how he runs up and down the court. It's like crazy. Yeah, we got Sim here. Sim is checking in on the show. He said, "Don't be surprised if Tibbs starts third with Frank, RJ, Bullock, Randall, and Noel." Yeah,
Might
he
be.
doesn't think he likes what he saw in that first unit.
Yeah, he might slide Burks to the second off the bench. I mean, so we have at least a little bit of scoring punch off the bench, but I still think this might be one of the best games for Tibbs to blow up the rotations that he has, like the standard rotations, and
Mhm.
just roll with anything possible just to get this W, because the next game is Philly, then we have Washington, which you see on the almost basically that's the end of the third, and they're up by 11 on the Utah Jazz. They were up by 20 earlier in this game.
Mhm.
So that's you don't want to mess with the Wizards nowadays, and we have like a back to back with them. So next up, so not a good look
Yeah,
for the
we got to get
Knicks.
more importantly, man. Yeah, it's not a good look, man. We got to get healthy. Like I said, Wolves bomb. We got a whole bunch of chats going on, man. We got like one MBK, like 2 or 3 MBK chats and whatever. So it's fun to talk about, man. But there's just like the elephant in the room, man, is just that we just need help. We need a trade of some kind just to help out. Because like a team like Brooklyn, of course, they always gonna throw. They did a good job keeping Kyrie and Harden out there. And then when Durant's there, they're gonna be impossible to guard. And most
Yeah,
teams do that. They try to keep a scorer out there, somebody out there that,
yeah,
that could do something. The Knicks don't really have that. So that's the tag on what Sim is saying. You got to have a scorer out there at all times, somebody to give the ball to that could score. Because
yeah. At least a
we got too many
playmaker,
guys.
right?
Yeah, at least a playmaker. We got too many guys that they can't score. Period, man. I just looking at our team, and it's too many zeros. Like Nerlens Noel's, you can't rely on. Frank Ntilikina has 1 point. Kevin Knox and Obi Toppin. That's our rotation. We're in need of some help here, man.
Yeah, and not to mention, Taj Gibson, you can't count him as a scorer as well. He might get a bucket, 2 or 3 even, but he's not going to be over 10-point scorer for a couple of games in a row. So
Yeah, his 14 minutes a game that he has now, that should be his max. Just filling in the
yeah,
pieces. If guys get in foul trouble, or if we just need somebody to hurt somebody. Because Taj Gibson, it will be the one to do it because he's like, the elder statesman. He has nothing to lose really. And he's trying to help us win. So throw Taj Gibson out there to hurt somebody. Put a body on him or something real quick, just to rustle the feathers or whatever.
yeah,
That's really his role.
yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think we got
That
to do to win this?
You know what? We gotta stop getting easy open shots from the Magic, because, like I said, we saw them getting those shots. They just weren't making them. And I also think that we gotta be consistent in offense from the guys that were consistent in the first half. I mean, Reggie Bullock, Alec Burks, and I hope Julius is gonna open up that arsenal of his and get buckets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really take advantage of these guys, man.
Yeah, see, Sim was talking that I have Frank, input. Now, we started up with the lineup without Burks, just Bullock and him. So he
Yeah,
got,
I'm starting to think.
Bullock's. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm starting to think that Simmons is like a virtual coach for the Knicks, man. A lot of things that he say, all of a sudden Tibbs does it, man. So he must have him
Yeah,
on
that I think it's either that or Thibs is just having that Bluetooth ear set and he's listening to the NBK fam.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think so. Well, the game is back on, man. So it's still 45
Yeah,
to 44 according to my clock here.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
mine
So
too.
Diehardknicks at the half, man. Thanks, Andy, man. Yo, I gotta remind everybody, Andy is from Poland. It's like like what
2
3 o'clock in the
a.m.
morning over
almost,
there. I don't know how.
almost two, because we didn't switch the
Jesus
time. You
Christ,
guys
man.
switched the time, and we didn't switch it. It would be 3 if it would be
Oh,
switch the time. So next week.
Jesus Christ. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. Take your vitamins, man. To make sure that you stay healthy, bro. Because you're like doing
Yeah,
it all. Put it all on the table for the Knicks, man. All right, peace, my
yeah,
brother.
exactly. Peace to the chat.
Yes, sir.